Well, the Rams had their opportunity to break in this new stadium last Sunday night against the Cowboys. Now it's the Chargers' turn as you get a look at the brand-new SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Of 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now here's Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie linebacker, Kenneth Murray. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Well, he may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. Well, we saw plenty of this in Oregon last year. Justin Herbert not afraid to show off the big arm. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Derwin James with a pick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
7 at the 14-yard line.
Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd and 8.
From the 27, Mahomes. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys, because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Eckler. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
8-yard line.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
with the score, Chargers 14, Chiefs nothing.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Chargers. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive guy, that's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jared Cook, 28 yards. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
As the calendar keeps turning, I always hope that someone tells me that I get better with age. But Jared Cook is absolutely doing that. 33 years old back in April. Had a career-high 9 touchdown catches last year in just 14 games. And that was second only to Mark Andrews of the Ravens. Jared Cook, a Pro Bowler after the 2019 season.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd here, the sack on the first play of this drive, that's what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. They'll They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 35 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Mahomes going to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. And going deep for Hill. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Running on first down, Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Harrison Butker in a kickoff for Kansas City.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. 7 yards there and a first down.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year. Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Allen's got it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
They're going option play on 3rd down. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try.
Field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score, and now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Chiefs.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. And the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. Room to run past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. A gain of 6 there on first.
Tyreek Hill certainly makes the front office look good when they spend a 5th-round pick on a guy. Then in his first 4 seasons, 4 Pro Bowl nominations. Anytime he touches the football, he's a threat to take it the distance. Hard to get on the ground one-on-one in the open field. If you miss, in the blink of an eye, he's putting 6 on the board.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he loses the football a second time. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Ekeler.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run here with Ekeler. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Ekeler. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Now Ekeler. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Ekeler. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
5-yard line.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
On 3rd down, here's Ekeler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during the ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the table and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, I know it's a little bit of a cliche to talk about all the tight ends who are really wide receivers in the NFL, but Travis Kelce fits that perfectly. He led all tight ends last season with over 1,200 yards receiving, 4th in the NFL. I think he's one of the gold standards in the league for the tight end position, and I don't know if anyone has any more fun playing the game than Travis Kelce.
And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
At the 38.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Dancing, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So, for the Chargers, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a